Hello, friends. Few weeks back, I was talking to our expert Aditi Palit, who is very well known about the year of resignation, which was 2021, and that trend still continues. So today, we want to bring Aditi back to our forum and discuss about how we can stop these resignations, which are happening everywhere, not only in India but also in China and also in US. So it's a very important subject, friends, and she will actually give us a lot of information how the corporates can reinvent their hiring policies in order to retain future workforce. So, without further ado, let's welcome her.
Sorry. Good afternoon, Chandrakant. As usual, big pleasure to be here, to be talking on topics dear to my heart. Thank you.
So, welcome, Aditi ji. It is always a great pleasure to talk to you. So, let me ask you, since our topic is about the preventing iteration, my first question would be, do we need to rethink the rewards? Because normally corporates give certain rewards and prizes, certain ESOPs in terms of using this as a retention bait. I'm using a very heavy word, retention bait, because that is what the reality is. So, do we need to rethink our reward mechanism, and what is your advice to the corporates?
Definitely, you hit the nail on the head, Chandrakant. Rethink why? Because of the changed nature of work. There are still, employees who are trying to get used to new platforms, new software, right? So the pace of work was getting hampered at the beginning of the pandemic. It's still being hampered. So those who are not being able to keep the pace, but are otherwise or have been good employees, as I've been telling in all the sessions, that if they are not given the time to pick up, and in the meantime, those who have gone forward and recognized, or maybe the scope for creativity, innovativeness, what is there is not to what they would want to. This will, and it has been creating divisions among team members. So the concept of rewarding recognition, the parameters, I feel, and I've been talking to the heads, that they should think and give more time, especially to the new joinees, that on what basis this these parameters should be laid in front of the employees in terms of recognitions and rewards.
Well, ma'am, the basis of my asking this question was since the HR function in any company would say that, hey, I give you the best working environment, I'll give you a best career path, and I'll give you so much money, and I will also give you ESOPs, which you can convert that into a pile of money after 5 years if you stick around for a number of years. So these are the normal tactics of holding
Yes.
on to your teams. But in spite of all this being available and all these tier one companies providing very good infrastructure, working environment, career path, people are resigning. So, what is that extra bit that corporate needs at this point in time in order to change their hiring policies so that they can find the new workforce which they are lacking at this point in time?
Yes. See, what you said were established rewards and recognitions. But what do you think if we go by common knowledge? Why? Because the well-being of the employees, they are not being made if at the moment the facilities, they should be the topmost priority, more than the salary, the perks, future assured, etc. But whether it's again the nature of work, remote or hybrid, why are people not wanting, again I'll repeat myself, why are people not being agreeing to come to hybrid kind of work, not come back to office? Because that is the assurance that has not been given by many companies. More and more need to be done. So before we think of even rewards and recognitions and these SOPs, they need to sit down, with each and every new hire or present employees and talk to them about what they're facing at home. Still, are they still scared of Omicron or the new variant that is coming? Are they having, unscientific fears? This communication, again, I'll tell you, communication is the backbone of all businesses. And now it has reached mammoth proportions. I will, as a leader, and I advise the leaders what I would have done of any team leader, that I first talk to before I give the company, the doles, whatever, the SOPs and what, I would sit and say that, hey, you're a valuable resource. And for all of you, these are the safety measures we have already undertaken. We are thinking of doing this. Many have done, some have done the insurance policies, which are including family members. They have to be harped on. The so-called, all what you mentioned, they have been existing from before. Still, people are leaving the jobs. Why? That trust, again, what we talked of last time, and communication in removing all fear, the physical, fears about physical well-being has not come through from the top brass to the level of all employees. So I would put that as number one, what the company is doing in terms of the physical and mental. What are the measures that the company is taking? If I join and I'm falling ill, what is the guarantee that my job is going to be there? What is the guarantee that my manager is talking to me every other day about what are the issues that I'm facing that I am not performing? Why I'm not performing? So this has to, I believe, till this pandemic, exists, I would advise all leaders, all companies, your physical and mental well-being SOPs should be number one topic of communication to get that trust of employees. Come what may, we are in safe hands with this company. Others will follow suit.
Well, I think this is fantastic information. And viewers, we are also conducting a survey from Akulmac, which is exactly on this subject. And whatever I've seen so far, the predictions are very, very amazing. So don't miss the India Business Bunker discussion coming up on this Friday, where Aditi will also join again. And Aditi ji, you mentioned about a very interesting point about communication. And that brings me to the second question, which is how important it is to inform the future plans with a new team or your employees or new joinees. So basically related to communication between the employer and employee, how important it is.
Now, again, I'll tell you, I'm a communication coach, and I believe I have the powers of communication and conviction and, motivating people. And that's what is needed at this time by the leaders. Future plans are very, very important. The onboarding, which has been quite a mess during the pandemic, I've mentioned this before, has to be better. And leaders, I tell, clear your communication problems. Be aware of your communication problems. It's not, and nowadays, what is most important in communication is listening. Listen to each and every member of your team, not only the ones who are performing very well. What is the existing problems, and acknowledge and say, and therein comes the information about future plans. Yes, the pandemic has taken us aback. The pandemic has put us maybe 3-4 years back, but believe us, these are the company policies where you are the most important resource in the company, and will be doing this, opening up more channels, opening up communication means wherein anytime, during the office hours, virtually, remotely, you can just send me a message and I will look at the messages whenever I get time. I will call on you. You have my number between this time and this is taking extra toll on those leaders who are sincerely doing their work. I have come across employees saying, we are not listened to. I was given the pink slip. I had this issue in the process. I was not explained properly. I was not given time. So, communication, the language is not important, maybe. Though, English is followed in many, whether it's in the regional language, it's not. The power of listening and empathy. Where is the lack going on? Why am I going to only, there is a saying I just read that day, and that's what I've been telling after that. A leader's job now is to check in before check on. Check in every now and then with each team member. How are they progressing in their, individual work? What part of the process have they been interested to? Where are they stuck? Why this thing, this mentality of the so-called traditional leaders, anyone who's not performing is doing it deliberately. There is the, question of trust. Make them feel future plans. You are going to be part of the plan where our brand image is going to matter. You perform with our helps, and you're going to get all these benefits. You're going to be a spokesman for a country, for a company, to our clients, to all stakeholders. Give them SOPs this way. Another thing I have also been advocating is, I've seen that wrong person in wrong place. Now, all the companies are saying we are taking in, we have huge vacancies. But the, report from the employees, we didn't want this kind of the job offer. When communicating your job profile, job description, or job JD, why don't you ask the new hire how comfortable he or she is with this? Is he really interested? She's really interested, or just because of the money aspect is taking it? It will lead to a lot of, removing all the pitfalls in communication breakdowns. Future plans, well narrated, well laid out, well narrated, will lead to, common sense is the attrition coming down. People are leaving because I told last time also we discussed, is because of lack of recognition. Now is the time for innovative measures, critical thinking. Encourage those employees. They may not have the power of communication to show theirs, but see their work. Not only those who talk. I've seen many leaders are getting attracted. Sir, I'm doing this, I'm doing those. The silent workers are a wealth. Silent performers. Give them an ear. If they want to take leave because they're not feeling well, genuine. Is it genuine? How will you find out? Yes, something has happened. Now, some may be taking advantage of this, COVID situation. Then where is your trust factor? If the absenteeism is made up, that means you're a leader who's not taking care of what is happening in each team member's lives. Therein comes, and what you said was correct, future plans have to be told from before. Otherwise, there's no guarantee those people. It's company B, company A, that person works, company B has sent information that these are our future plans. We are going all out of doing. Naturally, that company A employees will go there. You have it in your mind. We are going to do it in the next quarter, but that is not communicated. The team leader feels that his duty is to only tell each employee what their part of in the process is, and he's done his duty. No, the orders have come from above, including the future. Sit. How is communication done? Not only during office hours. Why them, hybrid work? Why? And I'm telling employees also, please say yes to hybrid work. It's going to get out of your home. The problems at home are taking you're not being able to differentiate between the work time and the, personal life. Maybe don't blame the company always. Now, from the company's point of view, have the activities you had in office, I told last time, outside, where in a more informal, atmosphere, maybe for a coffee at some place, not been meeting people, those members. If they're in the same city, call them over and discuss. And at the same time, those who are remote or, remote, call them at the same time, have video conferencing. And people, their private lives are very important, the employees. So talk to them. Talk to the, family members also sometimes if you have. In office, it's not, when it was physical office, all the time people don't work. Have that virtual bonhomie. And as you said, at the same time, and now this is onboarding, this is your future, this is your present work profile, and because of the ongoing crisis, we have taken these measures to make every employee safe if you're calling them to office, and at home also, if you're falling sick, these are the measures, and we'll make it even better. And these are our plans. And please, again, I'm telling you through your platform also, again, I'm mentioning, lot of wrong communication is being spread around because of this illness. Because of which even the employees, that's why employees are not wanting to go to office. It is not being, even if a person has cough and cold, even to an extent fever, with mask on from a distance beyond 6 feet, where it was sanitized before, unless the person coughs, I'm a medical practitioner's wife, I'm instilling this conviction, that unless that person coughs, not only talk with mask, coughs badly, that is a danger there. So I'm sure anyone who's ill will not be allowed to come to office. But just because I'm still very comfortable at home, if the company needs, the employees also need that. You have to give the company that assurance. If it's needed, I will go. If you've given these SOPs for health, I'm going to go. Okay, you're telling again, more things will be done. As for the variants, we will go to vaccination. We have arranged for vaccination. You don't have to go to the hospitals. We've arranged for vaccination. Okay, so as you said, I'm 100% for it. Future plans have to be told. You cannot entrust a person, an employee, to stay if future plans aren't told.
Well, this is a very good point, Aditi ji. In fact, if some corporates needs any strategy planning in terms of forming the overall hiring and retention strategy, I think they can reach out to Aditi The email will be shared at the end of the program. You can send an email request to us and we will make the connection happen. Going forward, my last question, Aditi ji, would be about the fun part. Usually working is so fun. The corporates used to make videos about their employees that they're having
Yes.
so much fun at workplace. And if you join me, you will also have fun. So while you work, you also have fun. Now that fun uh, definition has changed. What sort of fun corporates can promote now at workplace, especially when people are working in either hybrid or work from home scenario? From your point of view, what do you think your corporate should do?
Yes. As you said, Chandrakant, you have been in corporates. I have been. Yes, it is much easier. We have to admit when work is physical to organize fun activities, even from the time of onboarding. This is very on board. It is very difficult, but there have been devices. There have been ways that have been devised. We will, as we said, the coffee, lunchtime, where we used to share our lunch. Now we can't do it, but have everyone have lunch open there, even if it's on the dining table or, with family members, they're working remote, have that particular time, the team leader and everybody as if you're in office. Different timings. The employees have said, we can't even, exchange our lunch, whatever. If it's given from the, office, go to the canteen and have, that is not possible. That way, make it your virtual work as much as real as, as possible. That has yielded result. What about, arrange a movie on Netflix? Right, at the same time we go from different, from our own laptops and all, but from the team leader to all the members watching that and putting their comments in. Togetherness virtually can be achieved. Devise such togetherness. We are a family, we are a team, we are a family. So what if even geographical distances have put us apart? We cannot meet. Mind of us still same. We want, again, as I said, phone calling, video conferencing after work, about not talking about work. Celebrate birthday parties, anniversaries, what was done physically, virtually. We all can, even though if it's within the same country, outside also it can be arranged, same city, send the gifts. HR has to take the thing that, why make the employees feel that they are working remotely, which is, hindering this bonhomie, this fun times. Virtual, okay, physical touch is missing only. I'm telling you, only the physical touch is missing. Otherwise, we can have fun online and virtually.
Well, Aditi ji, you have given a lot of good ideas today. Some of these ideas which I personally like, things like Netflix and all that, having lunch with with the employees. These are very good ideas. In fact, some of these ideas I can implement in my own company. So I think it was a pleasure talking to you, Aditi ji, today. I think there is a lot can be done. I think the whole hiring and retention strategy needs to be redesigned, recalibrated. Lot of this information is with you. You are an expert in this area. So people who are watching this program can reach out to Aditi ji either directly or they can send an email to us and we will make the connection happen. Aditi ji, thank you so much for joining us today. It was lovely talking to you and understanding some of the things that the corporates can do in order to retain the employees of future. It was pleasure talking to you, Aditi.
Same here. Thank you. And hoping to come back again on your show. Thank you.